Mr. Teal, let me try to understand what this is generally. The two of you both go to these storage auctions where people don't pay their storage bills and you bid on the storage unit not knowing what's inside. They open it up, sometimes there's treasure, sometimes there's trash. So far, correct?
Correct.
And you did it as sort of a part-time hobby.
Correct.
The defendant also did it, maybe not part-time, but he also had a venue that you paid rent on.
Yes, ma'am.
From which he could sell some of the stuff that he bought.
Yes, ma'am.
So the two of you sort of hooked up. And tell me the date that happened.
Our partnership was finalized on June 17, 2019.
And the partnership was that you were going to give him $6,000.
For 40% of the company, yes.
And you would share the profits 60-40. He got 60, you got 40.
Correct, ma'am.
Were you both paying the bills in the store, like the rent and that stuff, or was he paying that?
Ma'am, one point to that. When I became his partner, he had told me the rent had already been paid. The landlord came to me a week after we had become partners and told me he had not received any rent whatsoever and that the check that he had given him had bounced. And I have a...
First of all, that's not something you can tell me. That's hearsay.
I have a copy of that return check, ma'am.
I'd like to see it. Why did your check bounce for rent in May?
Originally, it wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't for rent.
What did your check bounce for in May? What did your check bounce for in May?
He wasn't supposed to cash it. It was a deposit check. He said he wouldn't cash it, that he was just going to hold it for deposit.
You mean he just wanted to look out and frame his check?
That was our agreement. It was a month.
It says rent on it that you wrote.
I told him there wasn't money in it, so.
Okay.
But he did.
So the idea is, Mr. Trotter said you had no money, and the $6,000 that he gave you was the only money that you had in your business account.
This was after the fact, yes.
That's either a yes or a no. So the idea is you had no money.
Yes.
All right. So he gave you $6,000. Then you had a little bit of money. What did you do with the $6,000 that he gave you? Let me tell you, the one thing that I hate worse than business cases are business cases where people lie to me. You understand? So right now, what I see is you have no money in your account, and you got a guy who you say, I'll sell 40% of my business to. Right now, there's nothing in the account except a bad check. You give me $6,000 for 40%. He gives you the $6,000, and what did you do with the $6,000?
The $6,000 was for, 40% of the company. Also, all my money went into the inventory of filling the store. There was a lot of money.
What did you do?
For more inventory for the store
Just a
and
second.
vendors.
Just a second. You bought more storage
Inventory,
bins.
yes.
Show me.